Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Route 24 video. We're already at the end of January, which honestly, it just kind of terrifies me because I just feel like time went by like way too fast. But since it's almost February, I thought it might be fun to go ahead and take a quick look at some of the games we'll be able to get our hands on in the next few weeks. Of course, dates are subject to change. I don't control the Japanese release schedule. I wish I did though, because then maybe we'd actually see that FF7 remake sometime soon. So let's get started. These are the games in the Japanese release schedule for February 2018. Kicking things off for Japan is Dragon Ball FighterZ. The game is actually already out in English, but Japan finally gets to check it out on February 1st. I'm a pretty big fan of Arc system fighting games, so I have pretty big hopes for this one. And from the looks of it, it is actually pretty good. I think Dragon Ball is like a perfect fit for these kind of anime-style fighting games that Arc system is known for. On the same day, we also get Gundamoniums, which is, I think, a pretty good name. This is kind of like a remake or a remaster of Gundamonium. So if you've heard of it, but you never actually played it, now is a good time to check it out. And if you haven't heard of Gundamonium, well, this might be worth a look if you're interested in arcade shoot-'em-ups. On February 8th, we get a handful of games, starting with Cave Story Plus for the Switch. Now, I know this game isn't exactly new by any means, and I think it's out in English already. But Japanese Nintendo Switch owners will finally be able to add this game to their collection. Also for the Switch is a game that I had never heard of, but you know, looking at it now, it kind of looks fun. Maybe, I don't know. Motion controls they're kind of off-putting, but you know, it might make it up in just presentation. Also, the game is produced by TAC 1 Million Troops Fuji.
1 million troops. Wow.
And in case you were worried that he cooled off in the past few years, you can rest easy, friends. If you haven't already, go ahead and take a look at his Twitter profile because he is a wonderful person. Next up is Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. While the last Sword Art Online games, like all of them, they're all RPGs. Fatal Bullet is a third-person shooter. You know, it's being based off the Gun Gale Online arc of the series. If you're a fan of the series, or you like third-person shooters, but you felt that all of them just kind of lack a certain anime appeal, then this might be a title to check out. Releasing on the same day is Dynasty Warriors 9. There's been a lot of Musou games recently, but this is probably where it all started. The game is called Shin Sangoku Musou 8 in Japan, so I guess they still haven't figured out what to do about that number mismatch, you know, thing that's going on between the English and Japanese versions. PS4 players are treated to another remaster of Shadow of the Colossus. If you wanted to play the game recently, but you didn't really want to take out your PS3 just to play the remaster, Sony wants to go ahead and address those concerns with the PS4 version of the game. Speaking of remasters, you can also check out an updated version of Dragon's Crown for the PS4. Titled Dragon's Crown Pro, the game is aimed squarely at professionals. No, I'm kidding. It would be my first choice of name, but this is what we got. Virtual On is one of those games that has a really dedicated fan base. I think for a while now, people have been asking for a proper sequel, and Sega has listened to those prayers. Kind of. Maybe. More like a crossover featuring characters from a certain magical index. To Aru Majutsu no Den no Senki Virtual On is the Virtual On game that nobody asked for, but we're getting anyways, and hopefully it won't be that bad. February 15th is also the day that we get Seiken Densetsu 2 Secret of Mana. If you've heard of Secret of Mana but haven't actually played it, or you need an excuse to play through it again, the game is pretty much the original game, just with a complete graphical overhaul. While you may be divided on that art direction, I think it's at least better than the reworked art style from the FF6 re-release that we got a while back. Nintendo Switch owners can get their stylish action game fix with the release of Bayonetta 1 and 2 on February 17th. The games are actually pretty fun, so I can recommend these games to anyone who's into action games. Let's hope Bayonetta 3 will be good. Have you ever been playing Metal Gear and you were like, man, this game is really fun, but I just wish it had more survival zombie stuff in it? No? Well, you're getting it anyways. February 21st marks the release of Metal Gear Survive. Team up with a bunch of friends, gather supplies, and fight off a horde of zombies. Just the kind of thing the series needed, am I right? Now, I haven't seen any of this anime, but on February 22nd, we're getting a Girls in Panzer game. Thinking about it now, I guess the source material does lend itself pretty well to a game. So fans of the series have something to be excited about, and fans of tanks have something to be excited about. I don't know. February 22nd, mark your calendar. If you jumped in on the Senran Kagura series with the recent games and you missed out on the 3DS games, Senran Kagura Burst Renewal is the perfect opportunity to see where the series started in terms of story. I just hope it has a really good theme song, because the ones from Estival Versus and Peak Beat Splash were catchy as hell. Have a PSVR and you haven't gotten much use out of it? Well, Summer Lesson 3-in-1 game pack might just be what you need. These 3 girls are just waiting to be taught. Man, that sounds creepy. Anyways, that's it for February games. What games are you excited to play? What would you like to see in the channel? Did I miss any of your favorites? You can let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and share this with a friend. And while you're still here, want to check out some of the other videos I have up. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, keep an eye on the channel. There'll be more soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.